As the subcommittee wraps up 2023, I'd like to briefly reflect on our accomplishments this year. This subcommittee has held 17 hearings and considered more than 50 pieces of bipartisan legislation. In fact, we've considered more bills this year than in any of the previous 8 years of this subcommittee. Committee Republicans have held the Biden administration accountable through numerous budget hearings where we examined out-of-control spending, uncovered a secret $200 million payout to Nancy Pelosi's Presidio Park. We have taken steps to improve the lives of people in rural America by working to block the Bureau of Land Management's harmful lands rule. We have considered comprehensive recreation legislation that will improve access to our public lands. We have passed meaningful legislation on the House floor by bipartisan margins, including My Acres Act, the Treating Tribes and Counties as Good Neighbors Act, and just last week, Representative Malliotakis' Protecting Our Communities from Failure to Secure the Border Act. As we approach 2024, I look forward to advancing more meaningful legislation that will rein in wasteful spending, address our wildfire and forest health crisis, improve access to public lands, and support jobs in rural communities. With that, I'll turn to the topic of today's hearing, which is to examine opportunities to promote and enhance tribal forest management. Wildfires and other calamities impacting our forests do not respect man-made boundaries. Our approach to confronting the wildfire crisis must reflect this reality. Tribes, along with state and local governments, are critically important partners that must be better utilized in order to turn the tide against a crisis of this magnitude. The federal government has much to learn from tribes when it comes to forest management. For centuries, tribes actively managed these lands in a manner that provided subsistence, supported a healthy forest ecosystem and wildlife populations, and created numerous cultural and religious benefits for tribes. Today, federal land managers often let these same forests go unmanaged and their resources underutilized and providing no ecological or economic benefits. In contrast, the 19 million acres of forest lands managed by tribes today are consistently healthier and more resilient to wildfires, drought, insects, and disease. I am pleased to see one such tribe leading the nation in forest management being represented here today from my home state of Wisconsin. The Menominee tribe provides a shining example of responsible forest management that yields results that are good for the forest and good for people. For nearly 170 years, the forests of the Menominee Reservation in northeastern Wisconsin have been responsibly managed with a focus on sustainable harvesting. Over 2.25 billion board feet of timber have been harvested in that time, yet there is more standing timber in the forest now than there was over a century and a half ago. That sustainable harvesting has consistently produced high-quality wood products and has even been used to create the hardwood basketball courts for the Final Four and our home state Milwaukee Bucks. I look forward to discussing ways, that's why Giannis can jump as high as he can. I look forward to discussing ways we can take this model and expand it across the nation to support healthier forests and tribal economies. We have already made some good progress in this regard. The Tribal Forest Protection Act, passed in 2004, directed the Departments of Agriculture and the Interior to give greater consideration to stewardship projects proposed by tribes for managing adjacent forest lands. Relatedly, the 2018 Farm Bill made tribes eligible participants in Good Neighbor Authority agreements with federal land managers. But there's still much room for improvement. In fiscal year 2023, the Forest Service had only 17 Good Neighbor Authority agreements with tribes across the country. Further, tribes frequently lack the infrastructure necessary to process hazardous fuels and excess biomass, or encounter difficulties accessing markets for these products. It is vital that we pursue innovative solutions that will improve coordination and co-stewardship opportunities, enhance existing tools and authorities, and create new markets for wood products for tribes. I want to thank all the witnesses for being here today. I look forward to this important discussion. I will now recognize the ranking member. As soon as Representative Nagus gets here, we'll get his opening statement.